Hello everyone, welcome to Crypto Craze. I wanted to make another video about Electroneum and explain how I see Electroneum's price going up, like it has been anticipated highly by so many other people. I'll try to keep it short. If you can't find the information in this video that you are looking for, leave a comment down below and I'll try to get back to you right away. So this was asked by a person on YouTube. He asked that why do I say that Electroneum's price is going to go up? Well, the way I see it, what's the difference between Electroneum and other cryptocurrencies? So fundamentally, the idea is same. Like every other cryptocurrency, that a coin is a store of value, so is ETN's coin. Now, Electroneum has introduced smartphone mining on top of the regular mining. Yeah, so every other currency can be mined using a computer with mining hardware. And so does Electroneum. You can mine Electroneum on a computer using GPU, and you can, mine that way. But on top of that, Electroneum can also be mined using a smartphone. Samsung or Apple, whatever, doesn't matter. They will be releasing an app for both. So if you think about that in perspective of 2.2 billion smartphone users all over the world, the mass adaptability thing for Electroneum is huge, because it's so easy. It's so user-friendly. When they release it, there are videos by Electroneum team and Richard himself explaining how it's going to work and everything. You can find that out on YouTube. If you can, leave me a comment. I'll give you the links. But anyway, so yeah, it's so easy. It's so adaptable that it's going to spread out quick. That's one thing. The other thing that people ask questions about is the quantity of the coins. 21 billion Electroneums are going to be created by the end of, when the blockchain is done releasing coins. 21 million is the number for Bitcoin, but Bitcoin has 8 decimal places after a whole Bitcoin. So 21 million times 8 decimal places for the Satoshis, you're talking about 2.1 10 to the power 15 units in Bitcoin. Electroneum, however, while it is 21 billion, it only has 2 decimal places. So you're talking about 2.1 into 10 to the power of 11, which is like 10,000 times less than Bitcoin if you talk mathematically. It's a big number, but again, due to mass adaptability, it is going to spread out quick, and when the mining happens, it has the same algorithm, which gets harder and harder as the time goes on, and getting more coin gets harder and harder every day. So the release of the coins from Electroneum mining is going to get, like, miners will be getting fewer and fewer coins as the difficulty level rises. But since the adaptability is expected to grow exponentially, it will outweigh the supply. The demand will be so enormous that the supply will fall short, and that's like the basic equation of the increase in price. If the supply is high, the price goes down. If the supply is low as compared to demand, then the price go up. So that's there. Now, another aspect that I think of Electroneum, since it's on cell phone, basically any small retailer can start accepting Electroneum if they choose to do so. So think about the prospect of going to a local store and paying in Electroneum. And since everyone basically have a smartphone nowadays, they can just start accepting Electroneum. They do not need to put a separate system in place. They do not need to create huge, difficult, complicated exchange accounts. they can just tap on each of their cell phones and they can start accepting Electroneum. So that aspect has also been, exploited. Once the app launches, that is something that I think can grow Electroneum into a big thing. I know in their white paper they have mentioned about gaming market and everything, but I think Electroneum being on the smartphone has way more applications than even the team of Electroneum have thought about it themselves. So that's a huge thing. If local businesses started accepting Electroneum, then it's gonna just go crazy. And one more thing that I was reading, or basically watching a video by Richard, in which he was, I think it was him, or I don't know if I read it somewhere, but the cell phone providers or the service providers in the cell phone, they are also interested in Electroneum from the point of view that if someone is mining on the phone, the cost of the phone itself can be offset by the amount a cell phone is going to make using the Electroneum mining app. So if I don't know how it's going to work, but there could be something that could come up with the cell phone service providers, and they can probably use Electroneum as a tool of payment for cell phone contracts and stuff. So that is another huge thing that can be exploited, and these are just few possibilities of unlimited possibilities that Electroneum will enable being on the cell phone. So I think Electroneum, for all those reasons, can grow exponentially once they launch. But again, it's all anticipated, nothing is guaranteed. But hey, right now is the time, it's cheap, you can buy it. Even if you lose money, you're not losing that much. But if it goes crazy high, you're going to lose a lot of money thinking that you could have just bought 1,000 Electroneum right now for a few bucks, and at that point you will have to spend a few thousand to buy a few thousands. Anyway, so I'll keep it it's still like 7 minutes, but I will take off now and I will let you guys decide for yourself if it's worth it or not. If you have further questions, leave comments below and I'll get back to you. Invest smart.